Good morning, truckers. I'm Josh Jones. 7 new victims were found last night in the Graceland Cemetery. The newest slayings of the Clintonville slasher. Wait, hold on. It's just in. We have a video, apparently, of the Clintonville slasher, but I must warn you, viewer discretion is advised. It looks like we found his last victim. My name is Lurch Frankenfox, and I hide in the shadows of this small town. And you are my latest victim. I am the Clintonville Slasher. Hello everybody and welcome back to the Clintonville Slasher. I'm your host, Lurch Frankenfox, and today I'm joined by horror artist Jason Shaw. Jason, how are you doing?
I'm doing well.
Thank you for being here.
Beyond.
So, Jason, why don't you just tell us a little bit about yourself?
Born and raised in Portland, Oregon. Moved around a little bit. I lived in New York for a little while where I got married. My wife decided to move back, so now we're in the Pacific Northwest again. Just started my game studio, so expect some video games or at least some screenshots in the near future. Stuff I'm working on. Weird Finger Creations is the name of the studio, and you call it a studio if you want. And lately I've just been doing commission work for people and trying to get some ideas off the ground.
Awesome. Awesome. So what kind of got you into music?
Into music? Well, you know Larry, right?
Yeah. Does my tattoos.
He let me into the world of metal, I guess you could say. He kind of unlocked that door in high school. You know, as many, especially our age, Metallica was one of our, our gateway drugs. So,
right.
Yeah, so.
That's cool.
That's not kind of heavy stuff. I mean, I listen to everything, so it doesn't, everybody says they listen to everything, so.
Right. What got you into horror?
Grandma.
Really? Yeah.
It was Grandma. She, Saturday nights, and we, go. I stayed every weekend with Grandma, and it was go rent a movie. What does Grandma rent? Grandma always rented horror. She always rented horror or things that would have been on Showtime, and she tried to excuse as a thriller. But usually it was just, hey Jason, look at Shannon Tweet's titties. There was don't look, there's boobs. I'm like, Grandma, every week. There's so many boobs. But yeah, it was a lot of that. I think my first real nightmares came from movies rented with Grandma. If you could find it, the movie is called Death Mask.
Okay.
It's just Death Mask, but it's not like, I don't know, it was terrible. It was like a B movie, but it was this dude who wore like a fox head for a mask, and it was just straight up slasher.
Really?
It just terrified the hell out of me. I remember I did not sleep that night at Grandma's. It was
fuck. That sounds awesome. I've never even heard that.
It's always stood out. I think I was like 9 when I saw it. So.
Awesome. What got you started with your artwork? What got you started drawing?
I think the Twisted State of, I honestly think a lot of it stems back from just hanging out with Grandma and having parents that were a little more trusting than they should have been, that I knew what was going on in the movies. You know, you probably shouldn't see Fright Night when you're 7. You know, we did.
Yeah. I love that movie.
Oh my god, I know. And that was one. I think those were some early ones. Yeah, just anything monster. I mean, if you want to, you know, Big Trouble in Little China, really, like,
Yeah.
you know, that's kind of that and Goonies are really good gateways into kind of like monster style movies where you're just like, ooh, action adventure, but it's like,
Right.
you know, yeah.
Big Trouble in Little China is like one of the movies that we've quoted our entire childhood. This was the most quoted movie in our family is that movie.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Do you have a favorite artist?
I mean, you want to talk about like influences, I would say I started out, of course, in love with like Salvador Dali stuff, but and then, you know, in the last like 10 years, a lot of it's been comic book artists I've been following and trying to really like look at their technique and like the way they do their lines and convey certain messages across with
Right.
what they're doing. Yeah.
That's cool. Do you? I think I asked this question, but do you have a favorite horror movie at all?
Favorite horror movie? I mean, I think that, I don't know what we got, like, I think Dream Masters might have been one. That was one of my earliest horror movies, and it stands out a lot. Nightmare on Elm Street 3.
That's
one.
Dream Warriors. Dream Warriors is Nightmare on 3.
Warriors.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Yes.
The best. That's
Critters.
the best one.
Yeah. I would say Critters is another one.
Oh.
Critters 2, if you want to go, because I love the sequels of the movies that shouldn't have been made because they always try to make them funny to make up for the fact that they suck.
Yeah.
And just, yeah, that's...
Isn't Leonardo DiCaprio in Critters?
Oh, yeah.
Is it?
I don't know. I think, but what's funny is I think Seth Green is in Critters 2.
Really?
If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I could be wrong about that. It's some redhead kid.
Could be anybody.
It could, seriously. It's telling me. Yeah, freckles. Seth Green, obviously. Seth Green.
I ask everybody this question, but if you're stuck on a deserted island, and you can only take one band and one of their albums, who are you taking?
One. So just one album.
Just one of the bands and like one album.
That's a good one. So you just pick something that has like a lot of songs on it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've been listening to a lot of like really crazy heavy stuff. I don't think I can handle on a desert island. Weirdly, as much as I want to listen to like crazy heavy stuff, I would say like the Beatles' Rubber Soul album.
Okay.
It's like the most listenable album for me. I can just play it over and over again. I don't seem to get tired of it.
It's a good album too. What got you into metal? Larry?
Larry.
Yeah.
Larry showed me a video of Cliff Burton, and then he also showed me early Cannibal Corpse, and I saw Alex Webster playing, and I was like, I wish I could do that. I want to do that. And I remember he showed me Cannibal Corpse early, like he was way into them, like several years before I was just like, this is too much, man. I don't know if I can handle this. It was extreme. It didn't take long. The more you just start appreciating what they're doing.
Right.
My wife Rachel, she just says, she's like, it's like classical music. They're just really, really heavy. She tries to explain it. Other people can't explain why she even listens to it. She's just like, how can you do that? It's just noise. And I'm like, I don't fault anybody for thinking that it doesn't sound like music if they've never heard it before and they don't know how to like compartmentalize different. But it's just the best. That's why I'm into metal. There's nothing fucking better. the crunch of the guitar is my favorite sound. Just drop as low as you can go, drop double Z. I don't give a shit. Like, just, it's so fuzzy and crunchy. That takes me to a special place. And yeah, I think, yeah, Metallica was, of course, my gateway drug, but, you know, you go into, and then you gradually just start moving away. And now I'm into stuff that people won't listen to around me. If you haven't heard them, Annihilator. Oh my God. Absolute orchestrated chaos.
I'm going to write that down.
It's, I dare people to listen to it. That's how heavy they are.
It's called Infant Annihilator?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
You should do, okay, so I'm going to make a request for you.
All right.
Do a reaction video of their song and video of Blasphemian.
Blasphemian.
And I mean, it's kind of a meme at this point. If you look, there's hundreds of videos of people reacting to it because it's so repulsive and just amazing. I can't recommend it enough. Not to mention the music is insane. Their drummer, Aaron Kitchen, I believe, is one of the best things I've ever seen on a screen. And their vocalist has amazing range. His name is Dickie Allen.
Okay.
Yes. He's an absolute savage as well. So I can't recommend. That's what I'm listening to pretty much nonstop right now.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely check him out. What has been your favorite show to see?
I mean, Black Dahlia Murder puts on a pretty amazing show. Rest in peace, Trevor.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man. I would say, but I was just talking to Rachel about it. I would say that their Ghost's live show is one of the best live shows I've seen. That's so fun to be there. That's a great experience.
That's funny that you say that because Julie just gave me my Father's Day present. We're going to see Ghost, and I haven't seen him before.
Oh my, you are in for a wonderful treat.
Yeah, I love that
band. What they've made it into now, because I saw them damn near 10 years ago already, and it was so good. I still have my dollar bill that they threw with Papa on it.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, I can't wait to go. They're coming to the Rec Center in Green Bay, and I've never seen them, and I've been a fan since the very first song I ever heard. I can't remember the first song I ever heard. It might have been Square Hammer, might have been the first one I got into. But then I started listening to their older stuff, and I was just fucking hooked. The shit was amazing. A lot of people are like, I hate Ghosts. I'm like, dude, I fucking love them. They're so great. Musically, they're so talented, and they have put on a fucking awesome stage show. I mean, where can you see it?
It's really entertaining. Not to mention, he's really good on the mic. So you have a singer who's not just a douchebag. You just enjoy hearing him talk because he's saying some funny shit.
Yeah. That's cool, man. I can't wait to go. Okay, so we obviously grew up as giant wrestling fans. Do you have a favorite wrestling match you remember?
Well, I mean, the match that got me into wrestling was that ladder match between Edge and Christian and the Hardy Boys.
Yeah.
We hadn't even really watched maybe a couple episodes of SmackDown. I don't even know if SmackDown was out yet, but there was so much talk on Raw about how good that match was. Zach and I we were just like, let's just use the money. Let's just pay for the pay-per-view. Even though it was days after and it had already happened, we knew who won. We were just dying to see it. The only way you could see it was to pay for pay-per-view, even if it was a week later. So
that was before YouTube was a thing, so you couldn't watch it.
No, yeah, internet was barely, unless you want to sit there and try to stream it on nothing. You couldn't stream.
Yeah, there was no streaming services.
On dial-up, it was absolute garbage. So.
Do you remember that shit? Dial-up? I can't believe that's like 30 years ago now, but look how far the internet's come in 30 years.
Dude, I mean, I used to sit in your parents' room and try to use their dial-up while I was babysitting.
Yeah.
Watch Pee-wee. Yeah, you can watch Pee-wee's Playhouse. I'm gonna look at
Stuff.
the internet.
La 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 la. Good morning, Mr.
Start breakfast.
Morning, Pee-wee. It's the best movie ever. Oh my god. What would be your dream match to see?
Oh, would that be like? Oh man, like who in their prime would you want to see?
Right.
I don't know, man. I've seen some pretty amazing matches. I don't know if you watch AEW at all.
I catch it once in a while, but Pierce and I will catch it once in a while.
It's so good, man. I would say that the quality of the matches are substantially better than the stuff that WWE is putting out right now.
Mm-hmm.
Not to dig on the wrestlers that are there. I just wish everyone in WWE went to AEW so you can see them actually do what they do.
Mm-hmm.
There's been some pretty awesome ones. God, we just watched the pay-per-view this last Double or Nothing, and dude came out with Eddie Kingston came out with a jug of gasoline and dumped it all over. He was about to light Chris Jericho on fire.
Oh.
Dude, and just covered in blood, man. They're like old school good wrestling. I don't really have a dream match. I feel like everything I've seen I'm pretty happy with. Maybe a Triple H in his prime, something, but I don't know, because I feel like I've kind of just seen
it all.
Watched a lot of wrestling, so.
Yeah. God, man, I think my favorite match I've ever seen was probably Triple H and Cactus Jack at Royal Rumble. That was probably one of my favorite ones.
Dude.
That hardcore match, that was amazing. It was that outbeat the Hell in the Cell that they did. That Hell in the Cell that they did later was I thought was kind of boring compared to the match they did at the hardcore match, which I thought was just awesome.
Yeah, it's always nice when they can upstage the main event.
Yeah, right? So, what is your favorite video game of all time?
Toe Jam and Earl.
Okay.
Genesis. No problem. Yeah, I can't find something to top it. I just, out of pure enjoyment and the amount of hours I put in playing with friends and with Zach, and just, still to this day, I will buy whatever system comes out. I will buy some version of the older one so I can have it to play.
It's one of my favorites.
I just love that game so much.
Zachary was huge on him, Mega Man. That was one of his favorites.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, big time.
Yeah, I remember that and Double Dragon. What was that?
Double Dragon.
Fuck yeah. That was.
They made a Double Dragon 4, it was 10 years ago, but they made it all retro style, and it holds up, man. You should try it out.
Yeah. I don't have time to play video games very much anymore, but I really want to get there was that game Days Gone I wanted to get a hold of, because I saw the previews for that. The last game I played was the Blair Witch game, which I absolutely loved. Everybody I talked to hated it, but I loved it.
I never got my hands on it, but I did hear it said it was underrated for sure.
Yeah, it was underrated because I actually ended up writing a song because I was watching the movie and playing the game at the same time. So I ended up writing Too Scared to Close My Eyes, basically about it. But I remember the first time that when that movie came out in 99, and then you came home and were physically fucking shaking because it was the
so
scariest
good,
thing you ever saw.
Pre-internet horror, like found footage horror, where you didn't the only way we found out that was fake was that there was an article in Rolling Stone about it after the fact, and I was like, oh, okay, but I didn't know at the time.
That's how they broadcasted it. That's how they promoted it, that it was found footage. This was an actual found footage, because they had websites set up for it. These kids are missing, and then they're gonna release it to the public, and we were like, why? And then it was super fucking scary.
Get away with it now because everyone knows how to hack something or other, and maybe they find all the leaks. It's really hard to like sneak things on people anymore. So.
It's true. So, what's next for you?
Oh, I'm working on a game. I'm going kind of balls to the wall, making video games at this point. So I mean, I just getting everything kind of underway and set up, but I'm working on an endless runner where it's going to be called Wildly Inappropriate Endless Runner, and it's going to be a handful of stages, just to get my feet wet and like show people what I can do artistically and whatnot. But it's going to be fairly creepy. As far as I know, it'll be running. I'm thinking it'll be like a guy running across a wasteland, being chased by marauders and whatnot, with some humor involved.
Right.
I'm sure there'll be some phallic representation, probably a lot of genitalia flopping around, chasing him across the street and whatnot.
Just a bunch of naked dudes chasing you.
Naked marauders with hockey masks. Everything will be okay.
That sounds awesome. Do you have a title for it yet?
Yeah. No, I think I'm gonna go with Wildly Inappropriate Endless Runner.
I like it. Where can people find you?
Right now, all I have is Instagram. That's weirdfinger.creations, and you can find me there. You can see my artwork and whatnot. Expect a website with some game previews and stuff very soon, and I'll have updates on there, and probably a new Facebook page. Everything's being overhauled in this moment, so I would say within the next month I'll have sites and information on everything that I'm doing.
Awesome. Well, I want to say thank you very much for being here. And if you want to follow Jason on any of his social media accounts, they'll be linked in the description box below. Thank you, Jason, for being here. I have a few more questions for you, so don't go away. Everybody else, if you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. Tell your friends, tell your mom. Stay fucking horror, and I'll see you later.